Hello everyone, warm welcome to the coffee side chat with the CEO of Navabharat Limited, VNS Prasad. Prasad, thank you very much for your time today. Right? It's a great opportunity to talk to you. 3-4 things in my mind. First is smart farming, right? Changing the entire industry, coming out of pandemic. The data-driven analytics approach, again, kind of leading to some more intervention. The entire digitization of the farmer sector, right? Multiple fluctuating factors, right? How is it impacting your industry, your organization? And now, what's the strategy to cope up with this, or let's come out of it in a successful way?
See, there are multiple levels in this that we need to look at. The primary part is that all digitalization, all prediction requires data, and we do not have the past data in a digital format. So the first endeavor is to how do we get a series of data which will help us in predictions, and that is something we have been already started off with the fussel, where we get the weather data which is now being recorded. Hopefully over a period of time we will get the patterns which will help us in a predictive analysis. The second part is the sheer scale that we have to operate on, because we have close to 14,000 farmers. So how do we ensure that we can get that data from all of them at a single point of time is a challenge. And the third part is the legacy that we have in terms of the variety of farmers, from uneducated farmers to very sophisticated farmers. Right. So any system that we look at in digitalization has to take this into consideration. Okay. Where we have a hybrid model which is not purely digital and app based, at the same time is rigid enough and robust enough to get concrete actionable data.
So Prasad, that sets me to my next question very very logical manner, right? You have achieved zero waste, again an industry leading practice. What are the best practices to sustain this, or let's say take it even further? So your thoughts again on that.
The zero waste is not only a leading practice, I would say the only company which is doing that is NBL today. The biggest challenge we would have in terms of waste management is, one, the waste generated in the farming operations. The second is the waste generated in processing the fruit which we get. The challenge in processing is that for every 1 ton of fruit that we process, we get 1.2 tons of waste, which is the water which comes from the fruit as well as the solid waste from the bio waste. So we've been at it from the beginning, knowing that we have to be sustainable, we have to find solutions, and the world will ask us questions, if not today, tomorrow. Yeah. So we've managed to find a good solution where we today can proudly claim to be the only palm oil mill in the world which is a zero liquid discharge and a zero waste processing unit. When it comes to the waste at the farming operations, we advise our farmers to keep reusing whatever organic waste is created back into mulching and other forms of best practices, right, and also ensure that it is a zero burning situation. Right. All waste has to be reused and not destroyed. So in this endeavor, we started working with RSPO, where we will be educating farmers in the best practices all over the world. At the same time, how do we certify our farmers so they can get the benefits of a certified program? We are in the process where 3,000 acres are being certified. Once that is over, that will be the pilot project for the rest of the 50,000 acres that we have.
No, honestly, I mean, I've been to the factory, and walking that factory is an immense sense of pride. So kudos. Let's say from zero waste to, let's move towards the talent side of it, right? Technological advancement as well as innovation is transforming this industry for sure, right? And obviously you'll have to mix talent with that. So if I may ask you, what is it which NBL is doing to attract the young talent and then build it further from there?
Attraction is a difficult prospect, largely because agriculture is not looked at as the go-to industry. So the challenge for us is to how do we make it attractive for this talent to look at this as an option. So we approach it from the point of view that today's young talent looks for problem solving. Yeah. And therefore we will be providing an environment of solving problems. Today with NBL, the same problems can be for the rest of India tomorrow.
Correct.
So that is why we keep showing what we have in terms of what we are doing to solve today's problems. And that is the approach which we talk to all our talent. That you will come into an environment which is solving today's problems, which can solve tomorrow's problems.
Right product, right store, right time, right pricing and all that, right? What are the best practices followed by NBL to ensure that the right products is reaching the right time to the end consumer? If you can just talk about that.
Well, you put it easily. Each of those points you said are data points.
Correct.
So how do we capture these data points? How do we use them to predict each inventory levels, location of stores? Each are data points. And therefore, we are endeavoring into digitalization of this whole process with SAP as the core.
Right.
Using the capabilities of SAP to capture and analyze data, we feel that we can optimize what we are doing right now. So that would be the way in which to take it forward. And given the way that the market is opening up, we are confident that this present exercise of optimizing on SAP will tomorrow optimize in the market.
Thank you very much, Prasad, for your time. Really appreciate it. Thank you.